How's it going, YouTube? My name is Mike. Happy Friday to you. You've made it. We've made it. I had today off. At my work, we did a thing. It was a really fun thing. So instead of giving you a raise, they gave you an additional 6 days off a year. So I took today as one of those days, and I went outside and I shoveled. And I mean, let's be honest, I didn't really shovel too much. I snowblowed like crazy. We got 40 centimeters of snow last night. I don't know what it's like, a foot and a half. I have no idea what centimeter is, but we're supposed to get another 40 on Sunday, and we are ready for winter to be over here. But I wanted to get together with you tonight, talk about this previous 5 days in the stock market. Also, this upcoming Monday is a holiday here in Canada. I think it is in the US as well. So that means the market should be closed. But let me go ahead and bring my face down here. Let's talk about the week. I've got my three up here, and I know these are probably your three as well. You may have a couple extras in there, but we're going to talk about NVDA. We're going to talk about MSTR, and then at the end, actually, we may flip that. We're going to do CONY, and Coinbase, MSTY and MSTR, and then I've got a good little video about Coinbase here because today was a bit of a rough day for Coinbase. So we'll look at that as well. Should be a good time for sure. Let me just bring this up here to make sure my account info is not showing up here. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy I did that. My account info is showing up. We can't have that. I can't have that on TV. All right, bringing that back over here. And that's out of here. All right, fantastic. Well, what do you guys got planned for the weekend? Right after this, I'm going over to my parents' house. They are making us food. It is Valentine's Day, but we have chosen not to celebrate it with money and gifts and all of that. Because you know what? We buy each other everything. We buy ourselves anything we want anyways. So we're out. It's like the best. It's like the best, right? Not having the need to impress your significant other with gifts. That's the best. All right, let's talk yield max here. So first one's first is NVDA. Had a pretty decent week here, up 4.42%. My average cost on NVIDIA is $27. So I'm quite a bit down in share price, but I'm up in distribution. I've been with NVIDIA for 10 months. We'll call it 10 months now. And I've brought in something like $2,900. So my share price is down, but my overall take home is up. So that's good. NVIDIA also had a pretty good week here, up 6.5%. Now the market doesn't close for another 25 minutes here at the time of this recording, but NVIDIA, I mean, I bought 10 shares of NVIDIA because I believe in NVIDIA being an incredible company for the next 10, 20 years, 30, 40. But my time in the market. And so, yeah, you can see here there's some stuff about NVIDIA. Dumps SoundHound, trims ARM stake, buys these two stocks. All right. NVIDIA invests in these two artificial intelligence, so AI everywhere right now. Why Applied Digital stock is skyrocketing today. NVIDIA's investment, Roku growth. There we go. It's just a bunch of videos and stuff on NVIDIA. So overall, it was a good week for the NVIDIA crew. If we go back a month here, you can see it did have some downward swing there come January 23rd. So, yeah. Yeah, so it went quite a bit down from that date. But, I bought around the $132 range. So 10 shares, up $6, $60 so far. So got to be happy with that. For me, my anticipation is that I'm holding this thing till it gets to about 190. And I think it can get to 190 in the next couple of years. Why not, right? It is the biggest company in the world. So why not? Let's talk about CONY here. CONY, $12.42. My latest video on CONY, I had a lot of comments about NAV depreciation and erosion and concern about that. And I definitely agree with those people. We should be concerned about NAV erosion, depreciation, things like that. Now, if I go out 5 days on this, you'll notice that it is up 2 whole cents in the week here. In the last month here, it's up, same thing, 6 cents, right? So I mean, that's with paying out a distribution, a really, really good distribution at that. So up 6 cents, so that's pretty good. If you look at the last 6 months here, though, down 20%. My goal with Coney, if you haven't been watching my videos, and if you haven't, what's wrong with you? Go watch my Coney video. My goal with Coney, I bought 189 shares, $2,900. It cost me. I'm setting it. I'm forgetting it for 5 years, and I'm letting it drip. So basically, what's going to happen is every time I get paid a distribution, my brokerage Quest Trade is going to go ahead and just reinvest uh, the total dollar amount back into Coney. And right now, so this past month or a couple of weeks ago, it bought me 14 extra shares. I didn't have to do anything, didn't have to think about it. So in 5 years, hopefully this thing at least maintains this price, if not goes up quite a bit. But in 5 years, we're gonna see where it's at. Maybe it'll be $250,000. Maybe it'll be -10. Who knows, right? The future knows. That's who knows. So let me know if you're doing anything like that on your portfolios right now. That's the one I'm doing it with, Coney, because yeah, I think Coinbase is a great company. Um, Today, speaking though, it didn't have a great day. It had a sell off. Yesterday was its earnings. Its earnings were good yesterday, but today it had a sell off, minus 6.3%. Ooh, 7.14%. Let's see if that keeps going down. But last 5 days just down 1%. I mean, take a look at yesterday, right? At the earnings there. So it started at 290. Where am I at here yesterday? Let's go to the beginning of yesterday. So dun, 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 right there, 284, and it peaked at 308 yesterday, right? So their earnings were pretty good. But for some reason, they're selling off today, down to 277. I mean, look at that. Coinbase revenue surge is more than 130%. That's incredible. Coinbase posts near record results, but stock slumps on concern over temporary. I need to click on it. Temporary what? Oh, Trump bump. Oh boy. Are you guys getting tired of the Trump bump, if you will? Are you guys getting tired of the big orange man messing with the markets? He had a good run there whenever it was announced that he was going to be president, but ever since then, it's just been turmoil, right? Up and down. Just Elon Musk hanging out. It looked like Dwight Schrute and Michael Scott hanging out on The Office whenever Elon was in the Oval Office. Um, but I know I'm getting tired of the Trump type bump. So it would be nice if he, stopped talking for one day. And he's like the new Jerome Powell. That's who he is. He's the new Jerome Powell. Every time he talks, the market does something silly. Just take a day off from talking. How about that? So it's my opinion. But yeah, Coinbase, right? I think it's a good company. I actually use Coinbase right now. It's super simple to use. In fact, it was so easy to sign up and use. I think I have a link. I don't even know if I have a link. I might have a link in my first comment here. But it was really simple to use. I'm buying $100 worth of Bitcoin every single 2 weeks. So yeah, I bought another $100 today. And I'm like Michael Saylor. I'm always buying at the top. Coinbase. Let's talk Misty. So Misty went up 3% today. That's pretty good. Let me refresh this. 3.44% today over the last 5 days, down 6%. Now, the reason it's down 6%, if you didn't know, on the 12th here was the X, or sorry, yeah, I guess it would be the 12th was the X distribution date. Whenever that happens, it was an announcement of $2.04, $2.02. So basically, what happens on the X distribution date is the value of the ETF will reduce the amount of that distribution, and that's exactly what happened here. However, it went down even more that day just because Bitcoin was on its way down that day. So anybody that bought on the X distribution date got a extra discount, if you will, which is really good. And a lot of people, their strategy with yield max and high yield ETFs is to buy on the X distribution date so that you can get that discount right there, right? That's what they're hoping for, and then they hope that for the next 4 weeks that this can kind of climb back up to these levels at least, right? That's the hopes and the dreams, and then just do it over and over and over again, right? That's the hopes and the dreams. So Misty, doing all right. 25 bucks. This thing came out at $20 11 months ago, and it's seen all-time highs of $44 back in November, and then it also saw all-time lows back in September of $19, right? So this thing can fly up and down, but it really depends on how Bitcoin does. So Bitcoin's up and down volatility is how Misty goes up and down, and actually there is a middle person in there, and that middle person is the company called Strategy. Strategy's stock symbol is MSTR. Let's take a look at MSTR today, up 4.89%. Last 5 days, up 2%. So it's just kind of hanging out, right? And if you've been paying attention to the synthetic options, we are definitely looking for Mr. To go up a little bit to help our synthetic. Now, our synthetic for Mr. is quite a ways away, but yeah, we always want that to go up. And I mean, it's just a cycle, right? So if Bitcoin goes up, then Mr. goes up because Mr. is essentially a Bitcoin company. If Mr. goes up, then Misty goes up, and all is good with the world. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm okay with prices of these going down when I'm trying to buy things. And right now I'm trying to buy these ETFs. And so lower prices is good for me because I want to get it at a better price. But, times like CONY here gets a little too low, and that creates a little bit of fear, and people kind of sell out of that fund whenever things get a little too low. Once this thing hits, $10, that's when the real fear is going to set in, and then below that, all hell will break loose. But for me, I'm setting in and forgetting. I don't care. This thing can reverse split 27 times over the next 5 years. I've made my decision. I've put my $2,900 in, and we're going to see what happens. But for you, you probably haven't done that. And so I would be frightful and not happy. And, I'm not happy. I wouldn't be happy if there was a reverse split at all. And so if, I've already pulled my money out of TSLY when it did a reverse split. So, I mean, if I wasn't so stubborn and saying I'm sticking to my plan, I probably would pull my money out of this one too if that happened, but I'm sticking to it. We're going to see how it goes 5 years from now, right? It's kind of a fun little math experiment. That's for sure. How about you? Are you invested in Bitcoin at all? Any kind of cryptocurrencies? For the past 8 years, I've been tapping this button on my phone for a company called Pi, P-I. It's like a fake crypto experience. And so you hit this button, you mine a Pi, and then you have a team. It's like a pyramid scheme, really. And so they are saying that Pi will be coming to the mainnet on the 20th of February. I think it's a total scam, but I have like 2,400 Pi, and they're saying Pi right now is right around that $80 mark. You know what? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Can we do it? Pi. Oh, wrong one. PI price. Oh my goodness. Can we see it? I don't want to go to this. $61? Oh man, it came way down today. $61. And so I have what did I say? 2,400 Pi. So I got to figure out how to sell that the second it comes online, because that would pay off my mortgage if that comes to fruition. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with a video. I'm going to come back and chat with you about this video when we're done. In the meantime, if you're enjoying this content, this Friday night content, hit the like button and subscribe. Tell all your friends about me, and then get them to tell their friends, speaking of pyramid schemes. Also, I want to do a live stream tomorrow, thinking around 12, and I'd love to have you join me. Those are always good times. All right, let's play this video, and it's talking about Coinbase. Came out yesterday.
Coinbase is bouncing around right now in overtime after our initial move higher on earnings. You can see it's up fractionally right now. But head of financial technology research at Citizens JMP, Devin Ryan, has a buy rating on the stock with a $400 price target. He joins us now with his reaction. So, Devin, we'll start right there because it seems like it was a gangbusters quarter, even if the stock is not moving dramatically right now. Your takeaways?
Yeah, it was a great quarter. And the stock was up 8% today, so I think it did run and the result is up 50% since the election. So the bar is high, but they blew numbers out on the quarter, beat estimates by 25% on revenues. And what I think is great is that not only do you have this really incredible quarter, but they gave some commentary on the first quarter, and the first quarter starting just like the fourth quarter ended. And so you've got a lot of momentum into 2025. And then the bigger story is obviously around what comes next, and just
Not
a
so
lot
much
of pro
22 hours
crypto
later,
policies, across the White House, Congress, now the SEC. And so I think people are pretty excited, but very good results from Coinbase.
Devin, if I look at Coinbase's chart since April of 2021 and then overlay Bitcoin since April 2021 on top of that, directionally, they're about the same. And so when I see this spike and these results up against what Bitcoin has done since Election Day, it really makes me wonder, are you essentially betting on Bitcoin if you're betting on Coinbase, or if at some point the business diversifies enough that there's enough in there for them to really move in different directions at some point?
Yeah, John.
So Bitcoin's like its biggest holder, right? Bitcoin's the beast. Everybody wants Bitcoin, but Coinbase has all sorts of crypto in it. It's not just Bitcoin, but like he said, Bitcoin is its biggest mover. So let's see what he has to say here.
John, it's a great question. I think the observation is obviously that as Bitcoin being kind of the largest asset gets more adoption, that's good for Coinbase. And so there has been a strong correlation. I think over time, what you'll see is there will be a divergence there, and Coinbase really is diversifying its business. And really Coinbase, what I think people have missed on the story is it's not just about trading assets. It's about really being an infrastructure layer for blockchain. And as blockchain gets adopted, whether that's Bitcoin or other aspects of blockchain, Coinbase will participate in that. And you can see that in their subscription services revenues, which are run rating nearly $3 billion today. We're effectively at zero in 2020. And I think that business is going to grow multiples from here. So the point is, there will be diversification. I think it will break away. But Bitcoin is really indication of what the adoption is of crypto assets.
Welcome back.
Yeah, exactly. Agreed. I think Bitcoin is where it's at, but obviously they got Ethereum and all XRP and all of those other ones out there. So which cryptos do you have? Which ones do you believe in? For me, it's Bitcoin only. That's not true. I have that pie in the sky, right? We'll see if that does anything over the next couple of weeks here, but yeah, short-term pain for Coinbase, but I mean, they're just long-term growth. And so I was looking at all of the analytics of that, and the analysts talking about their price expectation of Coinbase, and the average price is $320. So this thing does have a long way to grow right now. Today, all the way down to 277, right? So that could go up, $40 or so in the next couple of months. And, depending on how Bitcoin does, crypto does, and if the Trump bump stops talking and maybe starts talking about something that is pro Bitcoin, then you could see this thing take off. That's for sure. My name is Mike. This channel right here is Health and Wealth. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope that you have the best night. Bye for now.